The final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome to Winston-Salem, North Carolina, home to the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. As we'll see a team from the American, the Army Black Knights, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Demon Deacons will boot it away to start the game.
All right.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Army's offense will be first on the attack. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Looking to throw, it's McMillan. Flips it out on the screen. Turning it on. And that stiff arm is a weapon for this runner. He uses it and picks up a first down.
Weapon X.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down.
3-3-5.
Leaves it with the back. And some room to work. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The Black Knights can do it on the ground with a Mr. Inside or Mr. Outside. They just love to run it.
They'll do it however way you want it. Whether it's inside and they're going to give the first one or they're going to run the option off it, you're going to get a steady dose of running the football. They will check to see how physical you want to be in a football game.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Oh, scramble, Terrence. Scramble.
Pick up a first down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Going to try to get it himself. He's into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 47.
Quarterbacks have a hard job. They got to drop back and try to see the whole field and then see the rush coming to him. But you can tell he did a really good job scrambling outside the pocket, improvising, making a play with his feet, and then getting the first down.
And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play.
And that's a really nice route by the wide receiver, just understanding I got to win right now. I got to get inside of that guy, and I know I'm going to get contact. You run over the middle of the field on a slant, you're going to get hit. Nice job securing the catch, making the play.
Breaks into the open. They stop him at the 22, 15-yard pickup on the play, and a first down just outside the red zone.
Shot in the red zone.
And the Black Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
They be out here cheating, dog. Just be out here cheating, dog.
Tight end now in motion. The give to the tailback. Plows through the defense. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Trying to surprise him with the pass. Snagged out of the air. He found some running room and needed just a few inches more to put it in the end zone.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive and you got to make tackles.
They've methodically worked their way down the field, the 11th play of this drive, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Black Knights!
And that's why this offense is so hard to stop, guys. This quarterback can hurt you throwing it and running it. With his speed, he can make people look silly, and you saw it right there on the opening drive of the game. What a beautiful touchdown.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game.
Play defense, bro.
Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd.
They got speed everywhere on offense, so we don't have speed everywhere on defense. They are the better team, and it ain't really close. They are legitimately the better team.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Wake Forest offense will get the ball for the first time. And Jesse, this is going to be a fun test. This receiver, if you leave him in man coverage, you might be in for some trouble.
And so when you get him in the one-on-ones, you got to throw his way. He's a really good route runner. He can catch the football. And then when the defense decides to double cover and take him away, that's when you go somewhere else with the football or you run it. The balance in this offense, based on how they play him, I think is big today.
Yeah, and that's what you got to do as a defense. Sometimes you double team him, sometimes you play zone, mix it up, give different looks, because he is a guy. He's shown the ability to burn your defense and make big plays.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. To the air, it's French. Here comes the heat. And the
Oui, it's French.
Get him at the 15.
And this offense comes up first down, tries to run the football, no answer. Second down, they go for the pass. They give up the sack. This defense on point early in the football game with 2 great plays.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Finds his man. It's Wallace. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. The Demon Deacons will try to pin them back with the punt. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact.
This nigga here is ass. Too fucking ass. Man. You better get ran up the field or whatever. This nigga run you off the field, bro.
The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Wants to throw on first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Army! When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, take a peek at what's happening in this interesting battle in the MAC. Toledo is ahead in this one. This team plays a hard-nosed brand of football there in the MAC, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 7 over Bowling Green. The MACtion never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Get something together with this possession. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Quickly to the tight end. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
Quick strike complete. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
And the Demon Deacons with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to pass. It's French. Oh, he drops it. That is a catch.
He drops it again. French,
it'll be third down.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
It'll be third and long. These corners backing off a bit. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's picked off at the goal line. He goes down after the short.
Donations.
But what a play
Donations.
to get the football back.
Third and long is
Donations.
difficult. You have to push the ball down.
Give me that
the field.
battle axe,
Nothing worse
baby.
than watching people dink and
Go
dunk
on me.
on third and long and get tackled, then run the punt unit on. I like the aggressiveness. Try to push the ball down the field. It's not the worst thing in the world. You throw an INT, it's kind of like a punt.
They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. He leaves it with the back. He breaks the tackle. And he fights his way forward.
All
Gets
that
away
for
from
nothing.
one, but not much doing
All
on
that for
one.
nothing.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Wants to fire on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. And picking up the first down will be nice here, but also important. Get some cushion for the punt team. He wants to change this route. Back to throw, it's McMillan. Pressure got to him, couldn't get rid of it, and they got him for a safety. And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. First play of the drive comes from the 38. He'll start this drive going to the air. Under fire. He's going to take off. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative, and that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Hernandez. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. The Demon Deacons will snap it on 1st and 10.
Yoink! Yoink! Gifts. 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 Gifts.
Touchdown.
More gifts. More gifts.
To work itself with a pick six. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield, it's French. Flips it out to the back. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter.
It ain't working.
Guys, it is Army who carries the lead into the quarter break. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. They send the tight end in motion. Off play action. Pressure coming. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And it's amazing that they're only trailing by a couple of points in this game because they've turned it over a couple times and they've been sacked a couple times right now. They have no rhythm on offense right now. You have got to give the defense tons of credit. They are dominating in the trenches. That's the big story so far.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. And the Demon Deacons will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency, David.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together, get some good mojo going.
To the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Now facing a third and long. To the air, it's McMillan. It's complete. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Offense getting set for first down. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Black Knights with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Running back searching for a hole. There he goes. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with a first down.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
And the Black Knights look to keep this drive humming. Leaves it with the running back.
Fight.
They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that lead.
They'll run the option. Touchdown, Army! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. Toledo is up big right now, and what's shaping up to be a blowout those Rockets fans will remember for some time. They're up by 21 over Bowling Green. KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this meeting in the MAC.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. To find a rhythm here. Hold it, finds his man on the left. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game, they pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that.
Got his man! And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
The Demon Deacons come to the line needing just inches for the first down. They'll try to sneak it. They
No.
He'll have enough yardage
He
for a
didn't get
first
that,
down.
bro. He didn't get that.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a
They
decision the
didn't
quarterback
really get
predetermines.
that,
Who's
did
my
they?
best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Unleashes one deep. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job.
Turning it on. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that
quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Well, we talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game that they had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Touchdown, Demon Deacons! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
And he makes the extra point. So it's an 80-yard drive, and the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. They're set to kick it off, and you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Use the play fake, now to throw. Now rolling to the left. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Step down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they he's a big part of this offense's success.
Dropping back, it's McMillan. Finds his tight end. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and he add the answer to the test right there.
Wants to keep it in the air. He'll pull it down and run. Still on his feet at the 45. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. The Black Knights getting set on 1st and 10. A run for the quarterback. Picks up the first down, still moving. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, you know, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the fourth quarter.
Gives it on the option. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. They'll put it in play from the 27, 1st down. Scanning the field, it's McMillan. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on 2nd down. Got it set up on the outside. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. 9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They'll bring him down right at the 20-yard line, and a 4th down looms and decision time for this offense.
Really nice job by the defense that time. 3rd down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. And it was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up 4th down. And you don't see the defense sprinting off the field just yet, guys. They're not sure. With this guy's scrambling ability, they may try to go for this.
Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Black Knights! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finish the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead.
And we get the ball back at half. Ooh-wee.
He'll bring it out. It's Barnes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. Now, they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field.
Breaks into the open. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. To the air, it's French, using the quick game. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receivers got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Finds the tight end. He's knocked out of bounds at the 42. Solid pickup on that one.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Fires to the big fella. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. So it's first down, but with just a few seconds, they'll try to put up a 3 before halftime. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. Oh, and he missed it. No good. And I guess they wanted to draw a little closer. Instead, they're still way, way behind.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Winston-Salem. What a fine performance we've seen. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at a Legacy Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin.
I get it.
And the Black Knights will kick it away to crank up the second half.
So I got the ball in half. You heard me?
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to throw, it's French. Steps away. Running to Green. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
This defensive end is an animal. He already has 2 sacks, and we're only in the 3rd quarter. I'd move him around a little bit more defensively so that the offense has no idea where he's lining up. Because right now, man, he is feasting.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets them a first at the 29. And the Demon Deacons come to the line with a new set of downs.
Here we go.
To the air on 1st down. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting...
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Oh, he's got some space. And the defense got it. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. Give to the back. Here it is trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll move the wide receiver. Back to pass, it's McMillan. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Finds his big tight end. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28. The Black Knights moving quickly down the field. He's just outside the 20-yard line, stopped at the 21 after a pickup of 6. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. The run to the right. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the 2nd half. You want to run the football. You got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the 1st without scoring. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Army!
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Tough to beat action, gentlemen. You know that. And let's take a look at the highlights. Toledo is lighting up the scoreboard right now thanks to a dazzling offensive display. They're up by 18 over Bowling Green. Any big developments here in the MAC, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on second down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
On the move. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking downfield, it's French. Makes the catch. It's Mays. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. We've reached the break, and Army has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the tight end. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Demon Deacons with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. 2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. Grab near the marker, it's Rogers. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. And the Demon Deacons have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to pass inside the red zone. He's moving out of the pocket. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Safe completion on the screen. Touchdown, Wake! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives, and coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
And he puts through the extra point. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score.
Set to kick off.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Army has it back and the offense ready to go. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
He's going to run it. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Give to the running back.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's McMillan. Grab near the marker, it's Howard. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. And the Black Knights have this offense rolling. They keep it on the ground, clock is their friend. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They think they can create space here with a run to the right. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
That is just demoralizing if you're on defense, right? You're down in the game. It's the 4th quarter. You know you need to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the ball, but you can't do anything about it.
Leaves it with the back. Bounces over the top. Ripping through the defense. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Points, and more points. This offense has their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finished it off with the 33-yard touchdown run. Coming out with it, it's Watkins. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Rogers. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. The Demon Deacons really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to get the first through the air. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at at the 14-yard line. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He gets a block. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. They'll start this drive at their own 48. They'll run it out of the shotgun. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said, this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team is good. People are fickle.
Yeah, and we're probably the ones who were saying that a little bit, Reese, because they were struggling. It didn't look like they knew who they